Hey, we made this. Hello and welcome to CineMortuary, your fortnightly digest of all things horror reboots, remakes, sequels, prequels, threequels, and if you're desperate enough, canonic sequels in other media forms tie in later on. I am Dave. I can see the wince. I can feel the anal clench.
I'm just trying not to burst out laughing.
All right.
We're not doing Silent Hill.
No.
We're doing Silent Hill 2 with Kit Harington.
No.
Happy birthday to Dave.
Forbidden. Thou shalt not the forbidden text. False prophet. Fuck you.
Fuck.
Fucking bullshit. I am Dave, as you've probably established. With me as... now always, Chris Wilson.
Hello.
Hello. You right?
Yeah, doing fine.
Cracking. And also with me is Roberto Del Rio, freshly back from his tour with Manchester City FC. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Hyped for this one.
Are you?
Yeah, man.
Excellent, because it's my pick.
It is.
And it is Le Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
1931. And like all my picks with a tenuous loophole, I have shoved my penis well and truly into the loophole, tightened it real firm, and made you guys watch. So, as we discussed at the end of last episode, it recently, 10, 15 years, the Thomas Edison version of Frankenstein was discovered. And there are many wonderful lost films like the original Phantom of the Opera that will eventually, hopefully, turn up one day.
Yep.
And this was one of the ones that did turn up in a private collection, which does kind of vaguely make this a remake or reboot of the franchise.
Yeah, it counts.
It counts.
It does count. Yeah. And this, unlike that one, is more adapted from the stage play somewhat.
Righty-ho.
Like a lot of these ones are. So, 4 rooms, 10 characters, off you fuck.
Yes.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit up. First thing I noticed about this film, and I'd forgotten this.
Black and white.
And so, I looked at the back of the DVD, because I have the double set of this and The Bride of Frankenstein.
Is that the one with the silver sleeve?
Yeah, like a greeny silver sleeve, yeah.
Yes.
And I opened up this DVD package to find the runtime was 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Very sharp.
Yes.
Very good.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So I've been quite busy at work recently, and when I saw that, I was like, fucking love you, Dave.
Yeah. See, I do come through sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
It's a tenuous link, but it is there.
Yeah.
This was after I watched, we'll keep it nameless, otherwise I'll date the podcast already. Film.
It's already dated. We've been talking about election in the preamble.
Oh, fair enough then. So I watched Stop to Sleep right before this, which was 2 hours 40 long.
Ooh, that's big.
So me and Rob have come up with a pact of films released in 2019, and I promised not to select Doctor Sleep for review on this podcast.
Yes. And in exchange, I promised not to select It Chapter 2 for this
Marvellous.
podcast.
Yes.
Is there anything on the list you don't want me to pick? Because I haven't watched that many from this year.
I can't think of any other horror films that went almost 3 hours long, but it probably shouldn't in the first place.
No.
Just films are too long these days. Bloody kids.
I've got the worst attention span in here, probably, so it's not going to happen from me anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although that's going to leave a massive plot hole as we've already reviewed It Chapter 1. Sorry, folks.
So, I mean, like I've told you before, I never knew that the TV movie had a side B on the DVD. So all I've ever really known is the first half, which is the better half.
It is, yeah.
And the second half just always gets fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's basically, you don't need to see it, because it's exactly that over again.
So what we should do, we should re-release the episode, but label it Chapter 2.
Oh, savage.
The B-side.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
According to Dave's memory.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, we'll just do like a Patreon episode of Dave just reenacting the second half of it.
Oh, no, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Oh, it's like in here.
As long as I can do it in my chair, I don't care. Yes. So, yes, I speaking of long films, here is a not long film. I picked Le Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Very good.
Wow!
Is this the oldest film we've done so far? Must be at this rate.
31, yes.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah. I
Unless,
think this is as old as it can get.
Pretty much.
I think there's one more.
your other option, I think, is Nosferatu.
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Because
so
of
that's
the
28. Was it?
27, I think.
Right, yeah.
Because there's a Bulgarian Dracula film from 10 years before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and the Golem series, The Golem.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah.
you're going to say I think the world's oldest sequel is about 1910, is it?
I think it is one of those films.
Yeah.
Because 4 of them films come before this has even come out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I wonder how long those films are.
Not very long.
Wilson's next pick is...
The Golem quadrilogy!
It's 3.5 hours long, all of them.
Just get them out of the way.
My next pick is the second Golem film. My next pick is the third Golem film.
Keep slamming them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I picked this because it's my favourite era in horror.
Okay.
Is the 30s through to late 40s, the Universal cycle.
Yeah.
Including Creature from the Black Lagoon, which was 45, or is that
No, I think it was 52.
52? It runs up to that anyway.
But I think that very latter day.
Yeah,
I think that was the last one.
Yes.
In terms of that classic era.
We've accidentally stumbled upon a perfect formula here on this podcast. Me and Chris Wilson were discussing our formula earlier.
Okay.
And basically, your specialism is 30s to... Oh, your preference, should I say, is 30s to 50s-ish.
Vintage
And
horror.
then the baton is collected by Chris Wilson.
Yeah.
The 50s and 60s sci-fi horrors.
Correct.
And then the baton's collected by me in the 70s.
Yeah.
So this is a nice thing.
We got the gold, the silver, and the bronze ages sort of thing. Not that
Exactly.
they get worse as they go.
No.
That's kind of what they're referred to, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it just gives a lot more variation in the types of films we cover as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
My this is not my favourite in the series, I will point out. But I wanted to start off with this as a classic, and then eventually, as we go on, I'll pick one and go through them in order.
Yeah.
To get up to at least number 3, which is my favourite.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Is that Frankenstein meets Wolfman, the third one, or is that a different thing?
That's technically the 4th one.
Okay, cool.
I can see Dave's VHS tapes stacked up with Frankenstein here. So
Yeah.
Son of Frankenstein.
Son of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Bela Lugosi.
Right to left in your chronological order in there. Interesting.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Son of Frankenstein.
It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it as well. I mean, I take it we've all seen this Frankenstein before.
Yeah,
Have we? Yeah.
I'm guessing you have.
I have, yes.
Cool.
Although, to make the likes of David Lynch very pleased, I watched this on my iPod Classic on a train journey once.
Nice.
If it makes you feel any better, when I was going down to London to do voice work with one of the guys from Hellraiser, I watched Hellraiser for the first time on my PSP.
Those are the days when you could get fucking them little DVDs for your PS3.
Fucking UMDs.
Yeah,
Classic.
It was on a memory stick. I ain't
Oh, was
buying
it?
a fucking UMD. Universal Media for one format. No, thank you. Frankenstein.
Should we dive in?
Yes.
Go.
Graveyard.
No,
Nope.
Oh, the version I got, which I illegally downloaded again.
Oh, yes, you get a nice little intro.
Yes.
You do, yes. The sort of...
Mr. Carl Lemley feels it would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a word of friendly warning. We are about to unfold the story of Frankenstein, a man of science who sought to create a man after his own image without reckoning upon God. It is one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with the two great mysteries of creation, life and death. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Yes.
You do, yes. The sort of warnings that were sort of parodied by Marge Simpson on the Treehouse of Horror in the early days, warning about how horrific this film is, and that all children should run away screaming now.
Yeah, that's on my DVD version as well.
Yes.
So,
Liked it.
just to clarify, we all are on the same version. Have you got the version where there's thunder and lightning when he says he knows what it feels like to be God, or can you hear the line?
I can hear the line.
Can hear the line.
Cool. Yeah, so we're all on the same version.
Yep.
Not the Christian version.
Right. So it's worth noting that of this 1 hour 7 minutes runtime, about 3 minutes of that is the warning at the start as well.
Yes, which is adorable.
Yeah.
Like, bloody hell, don't watch this. It's really horrible.
Really bad. We get the iconic Universal horror style opening with the spooky font.
Yep.
As well. Spooktacular.
Yes.
Very pleasing on the old eyes.
What I liked here about in the list of cast and crew is how this has been recorded on noiseless recording.
Yes. Cue noise.
Is it bollocks?
Yeah. This is
the tinnest, hissiest sort of sound I've ever heard.
It is.
You can tell. So 1931 is 2 years after the Jazz Singer came out, the first soundy. Or was that 27? Either or was still very early into the era of sound.
Yes, it's the second sound horror. No, third if you count King Kong.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can tell later on when it comes to some of the acting. But we'll get to that.
Yes. So we open at a funeral, which is beautifully lit and shot and pure gothic.
It is,
Beautiful stuff. Did you notice on the HD version, all the backdrops you can see
the wavy lines. Yes.
Oh, really?
You can.
I'm on SD on mine. So
Unfortunately, but they weren't thinking, will this look good in HD in 100 years' time?
It's still scaled up beautifully in the HD version.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I really like this sort of stagey sort of setup in film anyway, but, the opening shot alone, considering it's like 1931, they just nailed it, right away.
It's so beautiful to look at. Just the lighting's on point. Just the soft focus, the way, just the way people are laid out on the screen, and they're all theatre background. They literally go to the back and walk down some fucking steps to get off, and you can tell they're in a big fucking wooden room because every time they talk, you can hear the room around them.
Yes,
it's so early days. But the fact they recorded it on set still kind of boggles my mind a bit. Because I've worked with a lot of Red Epic cameras, and every time you fucking hit record on them, it's like, oh well, fucking sound department might as well go home. The noise these cameras must have been making, it's so impressive.
It literally would have been a man behind wheeling it along with a hand crank, wasn't it?
Would it have been motor driven at this point? It would have been, wouldn't
probably.
it?
Still in 31, I reckon.
Just motor driven.
Because I think I was just coming out of the era of films that were timed by the length of the actual film reel than actual minutes. So,
Yep. And as our funeral procession departs, the gravedigger has a swig of his booze and then gets a digging.
Yep.
But who's lurking in the bushes, Rob?
Well, it's that Dr. Frankenstein, isn't it?
That boy Frankenstein.
That boy Frankenstein, who's doing a little, what we call in the business, a little tech recce of potential limbs for claiming as the body's been buried.
Yep.
Likes what he sees, thinks he's got an option on.
More have some of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's accompanied by not Igor.
Fritz?
Fritz. I thought it was Igor, and I started writing it down when they corrected me.
Yeah.
Like, bearing in mind as well, it's not Victor Frankenstein.
It's Henry.
It's Henry.
But then the guy's called Victor.
Which is really confusing.
Fucking bullshit. They do this in the Kenneth Branagh one as well, don't they?
They do,
And they do it in the Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
And I was reading on IMDb, the reason why we did it was because Henry sounds gentler to the ears, therefore making him more sympathetic.
Yes, which is the route they've gone down with this.
Yeah.
That's just like the bollocks, isn't it? We're just thinking, well, is there any way we can copyright this? What if we change the names?
Yeah. Oh, we want to call him Henry because it sounds a bit softer. That's fine. You guys haven't noticed the completely gay subtext I've inserted into this film, so let's just keep going. What was that, James Whale? Nothing. Closet gay director. Nothing, don't worry about it. So yes, Fritz. And I watched this on Halloween night with Michael, we watched a triple bill of stuff he'd not seen before. And immediately, as soon as this guy was called Fritz, he was like, "What? What the fuck? That's not... No, what?" That's in part 3. What? So they do a digging up of the body, really getting into it. Fritz is a hunchback and seems to be doing all the manual labour in this relationship.
Yep, logic, yeah.
And Frankenstein gives probably the first hint at the homoerotic sort of undertones of the film when he's just massaging the coffin, talking about the perfect body.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Giving it a quick stroke.
He does give it a hell of a stroke.
Yeah.
Now,
Rummage.
this did crack me up, this next bit, where basically they exhume one body and cut another down from the gallows.
Yep.
And then Frankenstein bobs over to the one they've cut down from the gallows and goes, the neck's broken, the brain's useless. Well, fucking obviously. It's just been cut down from some gallows, hasn't it? What are you thinking, son?
Fucking idiot. And he sends Fritz up there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
When, impressive job for a hunchback to get all the way up there, climb up, scurry along. Yeah, you did all right there.
But then again, Lon Chaney and Hunchback of Notre Dame, he's flying all over them gargoyles and swinging around.
Oh, yeah, that's
no
true.
health and safety. Yeah. Weird how they're all better able-bodied than I am.
Never feeling.
I mean, we're going to need a better brain, aren't we? Where are we going to get a better brain from?
Well, apparently Corpse University, which is where we go to next.
I think you'll find that's the brain factory.
Like pick and mix for brains.
Yeah. But the best bit about this little bit is the talk. Literally, the last words out of his mouth in the previous scene is, "We need to get another brain." Cut to first line of dialogue. "This is the greatest example of a brain."
It says "good brain" on the side.
Yeah,
It's like, fucking man.
Stunning.
This brain might have been Jesus Christ. We don't know. So yeah, there's literally a jar that says bad brain on it, and there's a jar that says good brain on it. So
Is it normal brain and abnormal brain?
yes,
Yeah.
more or less. And the abnormal brain, it's got like little veins on it and all that lot, and the water looks a lot more pickled than the other one too.
The fucking science on display here is incredible.
Yeah.
As you can tell, the brain of the criminal is slightly enlarged, slightly paler, and has nails in it. Like, all right, Doc. Yeah.
This brain is useless because it has pieces of metal driven through it.
Well, it's a good job no one's going to pick that brain over the good one.
No. Oh, do they? Well, Fritz has no choice because he drops the good brain.
Yep.
The silly twat.
But for a sound cue off camera, which again I'm surprised is one of the early sound films. Okay, he reacts to something
Yeah.
barely. If he got it turned down, he just kind of just chucks it on the floor. Ooh!
It was literally in my head when I saw that scene. All I could think of was Raggy. Because it's just like pure Scooby-Doo fucking territory here.
So he has to go back with bad brain.
Wazzing along at a pace here, which I suppose we'd have to do for an hour and 7-minute film.
Yeah,
But no fucking fat on these bones, is there?
not at all.
No. Apart from maybe this next bit with Victor, Frankenstein, and Liz. And yes, there may be fireworks between the two.
Hey.
But first of all, they have to talk about a letter that they got from Henry.
That's the one.
That's a bit rambly and a bit bollocks.
Yeah, I kind of like drifted out of this scene.
I did, yes. It's to establish that they think he's going mad. Yes. But they decide, as this is theatre, but being filmed, I suppose.
Yep.
I've been
Someone's
shot
really
at.
got it in for you, mate. It's Wilson's bit. Fucking yeah.
Set him off.
Gonna put some peanuts through his letterbox to come. Done now.
Done?
Yep.
Done. Great.
As you were.
So they're reading it, and because they're theatre actors, they've got to embellish it for like 3 minutes. I did tune out here. Mm-hmm. But the other observation is it's pretty obvious that given another 10 years' time, these two would not be in a talkie film because they're not very good.
No. And this scene feels like it's constructed to literally say, this is Elizabeth, she's the woman in this film, and will be the woman from this point onwards, thank you.
She's in a relationship with Henry Frankenstein. But this isn't Henry she sat next to. Who is this handsome devil with a mustache? You're wondering. Maybe those two should, well...
rummage.
Well, in the 1930s, it'd be more like hold hands.
Yes,
Indeed,
hold hands.
indeed, yes.
I was saying that this is pre-Hollywood code as well, so
It is.
anything goes.
Yeah.
It did
Still
get
Wild
hit
West.
with some censorship.
Yeah.
In the places you can imagine.
Yep.
But there was a lot of stuff that was just anything goes, really. Yeah, quite impressive.
Yeah, there's no Christian ethical bullshit going on here.
No, there's people whinging about 2 scenes in a film, and I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
But considering it's about a walking corpse in 1931, it's pretty...
Yeah.
It gets by pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they decide, well, they better go investigate. So, well, Victor goes, I'll investigate. You don't come along, Liz. You're a woman.
Yeah.
Women don't investigate. They stay in the kitchen.
This
But
is man's work.
Yes. But Liz goes, but can I come? And Victor's like, okay.
Well, okay.
Because I'm ineffectual.
I may fancy you. I have not decided yet.
Well, you gave him pretty quickly. That's a fake moustache. Take that pencil moustache off.
Get that eraser. Rub it out. They head off to Henry's old professor to find out what the bloody hell's going on. And when you know it, he has no idea. Because Henry had ideas certainly more advanced than what the university was teaching, and far more unethical than what they were willing to go.
Yes.
And instead of the bodies of animals, he wanted the bodies of humans.
Yes.
Because he's an insane genius.
More giblets.
More giblets. So yeah, contextualised.
Yep.
Off with Waz
Easy.
to Frankenstein and Fritz, who were prepping for an experiment, I believe.
Yes. So, well, this is the experiment
The
to bring
experiment.
this body alive.
The lightning storm is upon us.
And again, with Fritz doing back-breaking labour, literally has
Hey.
to climb up and down the PE rope.
Yeah.
He is climbing up and down the PE rope. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one really cool cue when he's gone up to the top, and there's a wide where he's supposed to come down, and Henry shouts him down, and he just doesn't fucking climb down the rope. And then there's a jump cut slightly further in where he's climbing down the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was just off having a fag or something.
Yeah.
Like, Fritz! She keep Fritz!
I have to say here, though, shout out for the production design.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Once again,
Yeah.
stunning.
There's a reason this is still iconic after 100 years. nearly.
Yeah.
It's every time you Google Frankenstein, whatever rendition it is, whether it's the McFarlane Toys stuff that tried to rebrand it a bit, even the Kenneth Branagh one,
Yeah.
there's still this stuff in there.
Yeah.
You just can't get rid of it.
It's the benchmark.
Yeah.
Well, it's the definitive version, because I think every single version that's come since has borrowed liberally in some way from this version.
Can't get away from it.
And
Yeah.
you just know if Frankenstein's makeup wasn't copyrighted
Yeah.
for another 5 years, apparently.
All right.
Yeah, so it expires in 2026. So as soon as that expires, I'm making a porno.
Frankenwilly.
Cock.
I had a lot of sex last night. My dick's really tired, but it's back from the dead. Boo boo.
Wait a minute. That's not a bolt.
That's an abnormal willy.
So, mid-experiment, Elizabeth and Victor bust in. And this creased me as well, because the way that Frankenstein and Fritz look at them when they come in, it's like your mum's just walked in and caught you wanking.
Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it? No, we weren't shagging, honest.
We're not gay.
Yeah. But this is another really cool little thing that James Whale has done, where he's had the fiancée basically chase him down into the middle of nowhere, where he's isolated himself with another dude.
Yep.
And like you say, they look like they've been caught with their pants down, and it is completely deliberate.
Yeah, it is.
I thought I was imagining it at one point, but then there's a conversation that Henry has with his professor later on, and it looks like he wants to fuck him.
Yeah.
Michael caught it. Like, could you look at his dick and his lips anymore? But yeah, and we get a really cool effect here where they're outside, and Henry's in the window upstairs.
That's right, yeah.
And I didn't notice it was a composite until I saw it in HD.
Yes,
I've
that's right,
only
yeah.
ever watched it on VHS before this, and it's clean.
It's very clean,
really
yeah.
clean.
So it's sort of like he's stood on like the mat in like the matte background, is he? And then he's like looking down, and they just like sort of splice the two together.
Yes, yeah. And the window's completely blown out behind him, so they have that as a reason to do a clean slate, essentially.
Yeah.
Very cleverly done. And I think the castle is deliberately designed so you can take liberties with the geography and the architecture.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
It's almost like Caligari shit, this castle.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
fucking nuts.
That's exactly what it's like, yeah.
It's really well done, and considering you see films made now that don't even do that properly.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell.
It's got more sets than the fucking Avengers Endgame did.
The other thing, I found quite peculiar here. So there's knocking on the door. Who was it? Tell him to go away. Just ignore him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is quite noisy in there with the noiseless recording technology.
Yeah.
So just get on with it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
So, yeah.
Fuck 'em.
But they don't fuck them, do they? They get Elizabeth Victor and Dr. Walden come in, and like I say, it's all a bit awkward. And then Frankenstein's like, honestly, nothing weird's happening. Stay, guys, absolutely stay. Anyone want a tea, coffee? Anyone? Come in, stay. And then they hoist up the body.
Absolutely.
Gets a bit of a blasting off the old lightning.
Absolutely. Pretty much all off screen, I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah,
enough,
yeah.
fair enough.
For this version, yeah. And but I like when he says about this experiment, you'll see whether I'm crazy or not. He says crazily.
Yes.
With his hair everywhere.
Crazed looking as
Fucking crazy acting. This.
Yeah. And the body comes back down, and there's a bit of an awkward sort of pause, and that boy's hand starts moving.
It does.
And then we get what we're going to say, one of the top 10 most iconic moments in horror ever.
I think
I
it's,
reckon so, yeah.
I think it did get voted number one.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, at worst, top 10.
I mean, in terms of quotable film lines, by fact, if it transcends the film itself, because I assume this is where it originated from.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the lines.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the great scenes in horror history.
Yeah.
What does he say for the uninformed, Dave? Would you like to do an impression?
Live! Yes!
And clip!
It is the famous "It's Alive" line, which is delivered like no one else can do it.
In the name of God, now I know what it feels like to be God.
The man looks like he's about to shatter into a million pieces. And it's, oh, in the name of God, now I know what it feels like to be God.
Yeah.
And up until about 25 years ago, they had the famous Castle Thunder sample over that. Because Bible Belters didn't like that line.
Yeah.
So he just kind of shouts into the thunder. And they did the same thing in Day the Earth Stood Still.
Right.
When the alien's talking about bringing people back to life, they had to go back and put a thing in where it's like, I can bring people back to life, but that's bad because only God can do that. But yeah, I'm going to do it.
What a film that is. That's one of my favourite.
What, Earth Stood Still?
One of my favourites
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that genre, yeah.
Yeah, very good. But yeah, it's a wonderful, iconic moment. Everyone's trying to hold him down because he's just gone fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And you still ain't seen the monster.
Nope.
They really savour that.
No, they do, yeah. They do. It's a very patient build-up.
Absolutely. Considering it's an hour. Yes.
Yeah. It's, are you ready for heavy wrestling reference of the week?
Oh, here we go.
So the way that Frankenstein's built up here is
Yeah.
very similar to the way that Sting was built up in his iconic feud with Hulk Hogan in 1997. Little glimpses here and there in the rafters.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, I'll give
with
you that
you.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the homoerotic subtext.
Well, I mean, it's professional wrestling, isn't it? So,
true.
part of the course.
Yeah. Well, as the Iron Sheik will say, as I've demonstrated earlier, he does want to get Hulk Hogan in the camel clutch, break his back, and fuck him in the arse. But it's not gay.
I'm not fucking gay. Fuck.
Anyway, moving on
Yeah.
from the iconic scene, then we go back to the town where for Frankenstein's dad, for Baron, fucks around a lot. I fucking hate this guy.
I really hate him. Yeah, well, yes.
I'm going to narrate everything I do. Oh, yes, I'm
over here now. And then the maids laugh and giggle.
I'm the comedy relief, but I don't have any lines.
He's basically...
I'm going to walk over here now.
He's the stock character of films of this time. Like, there's one of them in almost every film in this period of time, between now and the 50s.
Yeah.
Like, bumbling knobhead, usually slightly racist, but it's okay because it's a different time.
Yeah, this guy is one of the main issues I have with the film, and there aren't many. It's pretty much him and how things relate to him. Is any scene that he's in, it feels like they're all reading different scripts and they're acting not in just other movies, but on completely different planets. People are just fucking putting up with this old tosser, just doing his glass of sherry, dead body though.
So what he's saying is that he's the innovator of what will become the school of Jeff Goldblum.
Now I'll tell you what.
Uh-oh.
I saw a Jeff Goldblum film the other night called The Hideaway.
Okay.
From the Lawnmower Man director.
All right, okay.
And it's still Jeff Goldblum, but he's more subdued than normal. And all his little weirdness and quirkiness actually helps cement his relationships with the other characters.
Ooh.
I definitely recommend checking it out. It's the most 90s film I've seen in a long time.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yeah, just the soundtrack by grunge bands called, like, Pandora Sex Garden and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Sold.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'd say give it a go. It's not easy to find because it's basically a TV movie by the Lawnmower Man director, but it's Jeff Goldblum as I've not seen him before.
Interesting.
Very good.
Interesting.
Family Man.
Very good.
Where were we? Sorry.
What happens next in Frankenstein?
Well, the Baron, he wants a wedding. When's the wedding going to be? I want a wedding. I'm going to talk to this person. When's the wedding? I demand to know when the wedding is. Let's go find out when the wedding's going to be.
Stop talking to me on my phone box. I don't know anything. Well, the phone box didn't know anything.
This entire scene, basically, the gist of it is that he thinks his son's a loser, essentially.
Okay.
And he's just mumbling. Yeah, well, the same thing in 1931, my friend.
Yeah.
He's just fucking mumbling like an annoying old fart.
If it was a silent film, the title card would just say, "Hurry up and fuck her." Yeah. Fuck her.
The title card would just say inaudible mumbling.
Iron Cheek.
Or have an ASCII drawing of a cock.
Yes.
Oh, there's an idea. I'm going to write that down. I do for future project.
Reddit Frankenstein with ASCII graphics.
Yeah.
So,
Mark it.
the next scene's quite an important one, I think, because we then get our first look at Karloff's Frankenstein.
Correct. Yes, we do.
We do.
With Dr. Walden, is it?
And Henry, yes.
And Henry Bay, yeah. So
yeah.
he is sat on a chair. Mm-hmm. Is that right? I mean, trying to get him to do like little things like look up.
He has a fantastic intro first, doesn't he, with his back to him?
Oh yeah, he looks like he's munted.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Like it really shows what you take for granted about horror when you got sound effects and music and shit, and like cameras that can fucking move.
Yeah.
That for the reveal on this guy, he just walks into a room with his back turned and then turns around with some punching close-ups.
Yeah.
And I think it got a lot of scares back in the day.
It will have done.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you've got to put it in. It's hard to put yourself in the mind space of being in 1931, but you know, nothing has really been on screen like that before.
No. And I was pleased that the room was filled with silence rather than people laughing at it when we watched it.
Yeah.
Followed by, fuck, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good makeup. Yeah.
Solid to this day.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
And that was like horrendous, like chemical-based makeup that Karloff was wearing as well.
All lead-based, all yeah.
Didn't he get like permanent scars and all that lot from wearing that shit over years?
I think his skin did prematurely age. Yeah, in about the 10 years he did all these movies, he looked like he'd aged about 40 years. Yeah.
Oh dear.
In The Mummy as well, I think, which is after this, he looks much older.
Thanks, Led. Yeah. So Frankenstein, he sits down, he looks up, he reaches out, sits down again.
Yep.
Then he gets scared of fire because Fritz comes in with a torch.
What
Just
a cunt.
like, what do I do with this?
Just such a dopey cunt, isn't he?
Don't hold the fire near him. Oh, like this. Whoa.
What, this fire?
Stick it up with your ass. Ooh.
Fuck him.
And as a result, the monster, Frankenstein's monster, whatever, he freaks out, and we have to like tie him down a bit and send him down to the basement, restrain him.
Yep.
Where Fritz goes, "Oh, it's the fire again!"
Yeah.
I mean, has there ever been, and in my opinion there's only a couple of cases where you can argue this, has there ever been a better physical presence in a horror film than Karloff's Frankenstein?
Physical presence
In the way he moves and the uniquity of his movements and just the way his physical acting is in this film.
I'd literally make a case of like, obviously nowhere near this, but like maybe Michael Myers is the next step. But like it literally, if this is like Premier League level, this like Myers is Championship level. Football analogy.
Yeah. I don't know. Lugosi as Dracula. I'm not keen on that film nearly as much as this, but I think his presence is fantastic. His movements are great.
Yeah.
Lon Chaney.
Yeah, maybe Lon Chaney
as Junior as the Wolfman, and no, to be fair, Senior.
I'd put Karloff above those.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah.
But there's a very select group that
Yes. What Frankenstein has above the others is that he's got room to be a sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Which does it more. He's actually got some emotional range in this.
Yeah.
Which the movie does it anyway, even though you get the torch burning finale sort of thing, spoiler alert. That's not what the film is selling. You know, like with Creature from the Black Lagoon, where you kind of think, I kind of feel sad for the creature.
Yeah.
But you still have to get a Hollywood ending.
Of course.
Yeah. So I think this has got more room for him to do that, and he is a better actor, I would say, rather than a performing monkey.
Yeah. So yeah, with the torch thing, he just loses his shit, basically, doesn't he?
It does, yeah.
Which is fair enough.
Fair fucks, yeah.
Yeah, and wouldn't you know it, a minute later, Fritz has been hung to death.
Fuck him, yeah.
Fucking efficient, that's for sure. Don't know whether Monster learned to tie a noose up, but yeah, fuck it.
Come here, you little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's in full view. I think it's in shadow at first. You get a big shadow of it.
Yes, and then I think he's cut down immediately afterwards. But yeah, so they don't actually show the action of him being hung up.
No.
Basically everything else.
Yeah.
And as the Professor and Henry get the body down and try to do something with it, wouldn't you know, here comes the bone, and he's going to knock on the door, and he's going to wait there, and he's going to barge in anyway, and he's going to wonder where his son is.
Blah, blah, blah.
Have they sedated Frankenstein yet?
The
monster, whatever.
Yeah, they restrain him, don't they?
Oh, they do restrain him, yeah.
Right.
I'll go with yes. Yeah.
There is a needle point at some point in this film, which was, again, that wasn't added till recently,
right?
Because they didn't want a needle in the film. So in the original version, it looks like the professor punches him in the back and he just goes down.
Right.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like a kidney shot. Fuck
yeah.
And once the monster's subdued, we waz off to a scene with Frankenstein and Elizabeth, where Frankenstein's apologising for being too obsessed with his work.
Yeah.
And he wants to get their wedding plans back on track ASAP.
I'm sorry for fucking that man in the tent at the festival.
Yeah.
I do really love you. I promise to come back home. Yeah. Fritz is dead. I've already forgotten his name.
Exactly.
I go Fritz. Yeah.
So, and then cut to, literally next scene, wedding.
Boom.
Yeah.
Literally.
Just
I think
like
we should
that.
get married soon. Wedding.
Have they had the conversation with the professor about destroying the monster?
They have one very quickly, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like how this whole town's economy seems to be determined by this wedding.
Yes.
Like it's literally like maybe the same day, the day after, and everyone is just at the wedding, and it's all been set up ready, as though it's like a snap of a finger, then suddenly, wedding.
Let's go. Later, I was in town.
Let's wed everything up. Yeah.
Oh, did the frog get you some gingerbread? What a guy.
So wedding banter. Everyone in the village is there. All the villagers having a great time, peddling their wares, doing wedding things. Apart from, it seems, one farmer and his little girl, who are not there.
Could say it's contrived that they're not there.
Ooh, it's dramatically convenient that they're not there, for sure.
Maybe he just doesn't like him.
Maybe.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Just like, well, what have they done for me? Yeah. I'm a farmer, I need to do farming shit. These crops won't bloody grow themselves, yeah.
Does anyone want tea or coffee?
I'm okay, thank you, dude.
Have a coffee, please.
Do you have it black?
No, white, please.
White. Do you have sugar? We have sugar.
No, thank you.
I'm good, I've got water.
I just wanted to point out, just so I could get my recipe reference.
Oh, yeah. Fire.
So we're all like having a toast and all that lot.
Yeah.
So apparently the champagne isn't very good. So all the maids get a little bit of a bubbly.
Oh, they do get a little bit of bubbly. Well, please do get that reference in any time you can. I don't think it's going to date any time soon.
No,
T-shirts are still selling.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes. So
let's go to that scene, because in my opinion this is one of the most iconic scenes in film history.
Yes. It is beautifully played by Boris Karloff.
It is, yes.
And was omitted from the original cut.
I remember hearing about that, yeah. I think, was this basically hidden away for about 20-30 years?
The cut that we've all seen, I don't think was reassembled until it started work when Kenneth Branagh's thing came around. And they thought they could make some money
90s,
on it.
yeah.
So when they got all the Universal Monsters re-released, early 90s, is when it came together, I think.
Yeah. So to explain the scene, the daughter's alone because the dad's got to go do some farming shit.
Some cowboy shit.
And so the daughter's playing by the riverbank, and she's like picking flowers and all that lot, and she sees the monster there, and because it's a more innocent time, obviously, he's like this massive 8-foot dude with bolts coming out his neck, and a head shaped like a bloody shaped like bloody fries from McDonald's. She like says, "Do you want to play?" Like holds his hand, and they sit by the riverbank, like throwing flowers into the river, and there's like a real childlike innocence to Frankenstein, and
he thinks he's playing with her.
Yes, and there's no actual malicious intent in this bit, but after he run out of flowers, he thinks, oh, what else should I throw? So he picks up the girl and throws her into a river.
Yeah. And because the flowers are floating, he thinks she'll float as well.
Yes.
But she doesn't.
No, can't swim. Now, am I being really wrong about I find this scene funny?
It hasn't aged well.
No, I think it's the plonk in the water that does it.
It's the deadpan splat, isn't it?
Who are you? I'm Maria. Will you play with me? Would you like one of my flowers? You have those, and I'll have these. I can make a boat. See how mine floats? No, you're hurting me! No!
Yeah, I mean, the last time I watched this film, I completely felt that way about it.
Yeah.
But this time I got a lot more of the emotion of it.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
If you just let yourself breathe a minute and then you let Karloff take you through the next 30 to 40 seconds, where his performance is, he's panicked and he's kind of genuinely upset about what's going on. He doesn't understand. I think it brings you back around. And obviously back in the day it was fucking horrifying. It was pulled.
Yeah. I mean, I was a bit like, I did find it funny, but it is also like one of my favourite scenes like ever, because just the way it plays out, it's just
Yeah, it's echoed in Bride of Frankenstein. Have you ever seen that, either of you?
No,
Yes.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he meets an old blind man in the hut, and the blind man can't see that he's horrible looking. So it's the same sort of thing. He gets welcomed by someone that doesn't understand there's something wrong with him.
Oh, is this all done in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Yes.
There's a whole bit in
It's
there.
not as well.
No,
It's not
okay.
as well.
Right.
And he learns to smoke cigars, learns to talk. It's quite a funny, heartwarming scene.
Yeah, it
and
is,
the old
yeah.
man does eventually bite the dust because fucking white boys charge up into the forest and burn the house down. Was that for me? Oh shit!
They didn't have chicken soup, so I got you the 3 bean.
That'll do for me.
Ooh, a little bit of a soupy.
It's maybe a little weak,
Oh,
but that's how Dave has
Thank
it.
you. That's how Dave has it. If it's shit, it's Dave's fault.
Yeah, that's about right.
There's a lot of coffee, but there's also like, way more milk.
Never put it down
Milk.
here.
Yeah, so after that iconic scene,
Yep.
what's the first thing I clap my eyes on? When that's just sent me into a really nice emotional place. Fucking Morris dancers. I hate Morris dancers.
Yep, same here. And fucking beer keller music.
Yeah, fucking
Flashbacks being next door to Fibbers.
yeah.
Yeah.
They might as well have lederhosen as well, for what it's fucking worth.
Have you ever tried to get through town when there's Morris dancers?
Yeah, awful.
They come out on a Sunday because they know no fucker wants them here. And like, there's all the Chinese tourists like making a wall around them. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I guess I'll go round them.
Yeah,
Wall of death!
literally. Yeah.
You should like run in the middle, like put your arms out, like wider, wider.
Yeah. And in a slightly contrived state of affairs next, Elizabeth suddenly gets a bad feeling about everything. And that she feels like she's going to lose Frankenstein.
Women's intuition.
Yeah.
Can feel it in the waters.
Dramatically convenient in this case.
Also, because he keeps checking out that other dude.
Yeah.
Or every other dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his boyfriend is lurking around the countryside killing children because he's so mad.
Yeah. And Henry's best response to this situation is he says, "No, don't be silly. You've just been silly. You're being a woman. Stop being silly." And then he goes, "Just stay here a minute," and locks her in the fucking room.
Full on close up on the key turn as well.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Yeah. Stay there, wench.
Hilarious. Like,
That's not aged well, has it?
The values of 1931. Bloody hell.
No.
Right, you either need to be in the bedroom or the kitchen. There's a lock on both doors. What's your choice?
Yeah.
Fucking-
in the kitchen making biscuits.
So, of course, the monster appears and creeps in through the window instead because it didn't lock windows back then.
No, they just locked them in fucking with the doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's the mentality then, you know.
Yeah.
Victor Frankenstein telling a joke would be like, not Victor Frankenstein, what's his name? in this?
Henry.
Henry Frankenstein would be like, "Hey lads, why can't women ski?" "Don't know, Frankenstein, why? Because there's no snow between the bedroom and the kitchen." Lads. Yeah, painful. Agony this.
Fucking useless twats as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The monster attacks Elizabeth then.
Yep.
And she gets away with it because she's a woman and therefore instantly faints.
Yes. Yes, because she's a woman. And don't forget she screams a lot as well.
Yeah.
She does, yes.
I really like
This is like a defence mechanism, just fainting.
just scream. "Ah!"
Yeah. And this is all intercut with basically Victor telling Henry that the monster's loose and terrifying the countryside, and he's like, "Oh, that's mildly inconvenient."
Yeah.
We get the as the farmer and his daughter been in.
No, they're about to appear.
That's the next
About to
scene.
appear.
But there's a
Yeah.
load of commotion, so the lads
Yeah.
think, how about we try the basement? Yeah, okay.
That's it. Try that. It came from the basement. No, it didn't. It came out the left speaker.
What?
Crazy.
So yeah. Then after that, we are onto the bit where the father's carrying his daughter through the village, and this is really nicely set up where everyone's like Morris dancing, having a good time, and just as he passes through, everyone kind of like stops doing what they're
Yeah,
doing.
it's wonderful. Just keeps going as well.
Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
so
Really like uncomfortably long amount of time.
There's got to be like 120 extras here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
exaggeration, because he just keeps going.
And
Yeah,
so
the
good.
choreography of that scene couldn't have been the easiest either.
No.
Because bear in mind, like, these are B actors and they don't know, in terms of the camera, what it's filming, at the exact point where they're actually in the frame.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they've done a magnificent job constructing this one shot, you know.
Yeah.
There's some bits where, because it starts off with the first 15 seconds where you've got a perfect line, where in front of him everyone's happy, behind him everyone's turning around and looking sad, and then it kind of goes off camera and everyone's happy, and it sort of drifts back in as people catch up, like there's a guy behind the camera going,
yeah. Exactly that. And so Frankenstein then goes out after the monster, leaving Elizabeth in Victor's care. Mustache Victor.
Yep. So they've got a lynch mob.
Which time we had a motherfucking lynching.
Fuming villagers with pitchforks and torches, ahoy.
So how did Henry explain what the guy looked like without saying, oh, by the way, I created it, therefore I'm an accomplice in this murder?
Different time. If you're black, Irish, Jewish, or a little bit tall, or a woman, fuck you, you're getting burnt.
Okay.
I think that's how it works.
That works.
That's the logic here.
Yep.
Anything that looks a bit funny, fucking burn it.
Yeah. So the shots of the pitchfork wielding mob roaming the countryside are beautiful to look at.
They're great, and as they're moving out of the town, you realise it's not just front-facing facades. You've got people actually in the windows looking out and watching them and shit, and people closing shutters. It's just so animated. It feels like a big, massive stage production. It's crazy.
Yeah. Really, really well set and really well put together. For sure. It's all beautifully shot stuff. We get that lovely shot of the locals climbing the hill looking for the monster. And Frankenstein finds him.
That's right.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, because Henry splits away from the group, so he gets into a fight with him. And there's one bit I noticed. So I believe the monster pushes him, and Henry falls back and sits right on his torch.
And then
he does.
He tries to kick it away.
This is a better rumble than Kayako versus Sadako, though, isn't it?
Oh, fucking right. It is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
As in, there is one.
Yes. But I just love the lack of awareness for health and safety for the cast members. It reminds me a bit like in House of Wax, where we just started fighting and thought, bloody hell, it's getting a bit warm here. Better continue the scene now.
It's not stunt actors throwing themselves downstairs and shit, and you can see every bump. Like, oh my god, if Mick Foley was watching this, he'd have a heart attack.
Exactly that. Yeah, so Frankenstein gets battered by the monster, and he gets carried away, and they're pursued by the mob into a windmill, which is beautifully designed as well.
You're going to the old mill. No, we're not. Let's go to the old mill anyway.
Come on, man. So off to the windmill they was. Stunning production design on a windmill again. And Frankenstein basically comes to, tries to escape, and then he takes what I like to call the Shane McMahon at SummerSlam 2000 off of the windmill. Look at Steve Blackman came to the back.
Frankenstein! Bring him down to the village and let's take him home.
I fucking love this because they literally take an inflatable doll and just throw it out, and you can just see it floating gracefully.
It just snaps off, and then I'm been told in the next shot to believe that he's not dead.
Just pick him up I'm like, fuck, stop, no, get a neck brace.
Like literally when he falls on one of the windmill blades and he's like bent in half, with no spine there. Like next shot, oh god, my arms hurt a bit.
Why can't I feel anything? You'll be fine for the sequel.
Oh god, yeah.
And they decide the mob to casually set the windmill on fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whose windmill is it? I don't think they'll appreciate it.
My fucking windmill, man.
Oh, man!
Why have you burned down my fucking windmill, man? There's a monster in there. What the fuck?
Fucking, that windmill ain't going to be in Bride of Frankenstein, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Start, mate, yeah.
There we go, yeah. Interesting that happens. So, yeah, Karloff's screams are terrifying here.
They are,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
That's some haunting shit.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want nerdy sound trivia?
Yeah, go on, always.
You ever played Golden Axe on the Mega Drive?
Yes, many times.
Famously sampled all of its scream noises from cinema's greatest hits.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, and there's 2 or 3 separate Karloff screams for when guys die.
I would have thought there would be, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Conan death in there as well.
Nice.
So whenever you kill a guy, there is a Karloff scream in there.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So, yeah,
Clip, maybe?
clip. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it, yeah.
Just a montage of screams from Goldfax.
I'm sure someone will have done it on
I
YouTube.
already have that montage.
Of course.
I've got a Streets of Rage one as well, yeah.
Yeah, so Karloff gets burnt to death.
Yeah, well, he tries escaping, but a massive wooden beam falls and crushes him, so he can't move.
Yeah.
And
Again,
He
as someone who
does.
works in film and television production, I have a few health and safety queries about this scene with Boris Karloff as well, because it looks a little bit warm, like a legitimate warm in
Yeah.
there.
That beam drop is undercranked
Yes.
to therefore make it look a little bit faster than it was actually probably going. It was
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
more like, yeah, there you go, down, there we go, solid.
Yeah.
But it
But it's also on fire.
is also on fire, yes.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on there. And, yeah, he gets the big iconic shot of the windmill
Beautiful.
coming down, and then we whiz back off to Frankenstein, who's impossibly alive and bedbound
Yes.
after his snapagio.
yeah, how? Fuck's sake. And then we get to end the film in the greatest way possible.
Well, what's all this? What do you want, eh? What's this?
If you please, Herr Baron, we thought that Mr. Henry could do with a glass of his great-grandmother's wine.
Fine old lady, my grandmother. Very foreseeing of her to prevent my grandfather drinking this. Mr. Henry doesn't need this. Well, as I said before, I say again, here's to a son, to the house of Frankenstein.
Oh, no, we don't. It's the fucking Baron again. Oh, I'm just going to walk out of his room and I'm just going to
Drink
say...
some of that wine, you won't need it.
Yeah.
Laughing and chuckling.
Say hello to stuff again.
Oh, we go. Ooh.
I'll have a little bit of the bubbly.
A bit of the bubbly. Ooh.
And that's that.
That'll be it for the film.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Finn.
It's a weird one, because in hindsight, you completely sympathise with the monster.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I think James Whale wanted everyone to do.
Yeah.
Was to sympathise with the monster, and the film is blatantly that.
Yeah.
But there's just all these tick boxes he has to do to basically get his film on a screen.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
And I think it you could say it's not aged well because of that, but I think it's aged better in that what a closeted gay film director in 30s Hollywood wanted to say is now actually so fucking obvious on the screen.
Yeah.
And he gets away with it for the next one as well, even more ludicrously so.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the next one called? Frankenstein in leather spandex.
Yeah.
It's
Frankenstein's cock ring.
Frankenstein's cock ring.
The son of Frankenstein's cock ring.
Frankenstein's love dungeon.
Like Frankenhooker.
Yeah. Frankenhooker. Yeah, strong.
Yeah. Now the next one, which we will cover at some point because I want to do all of these, he's basically tempted back to the dark side by another mad scientist.
Yeah.
Who is the campest twat I've ever seen on screen.
Yes.
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 Well,
Yeah, marvellous stuff. Final thoughts, gentlemen. We've got plenty of fucking time.
well, I mean, I do need the loop, but yeah,
And
He needs a poo.
I do. I need a number 2.
number 2.
Final thoughts.
Rob?
Oh, if you want to start.
Shall I do mine?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Just so you don't copy Wilson this time.
Just so you don't
thank
shit
you.
yourself.
Thank you. Yeah. That's it. I mean, it's obviously an iconic piece of cinema, not just horror cinema in general. It's tight. there's no wasted motion apart from the couple of little bits with his dad who's deeply irritating.
Yes.
Karloff is remarkable in the role. I think the woman who plays Elizabeth is kind of a weird one because in some scenes she's really good, and then in another scene it's like she's forgotten everything she knows.
Yes.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Obviously, in 2019, there's a lot of questionable shit in there.
Yep.
Especially the treatment of women and locking them in rooms, and by characters that you're sort of supposed to identify a little bit with.
But I'm going to interject.
Yes.
But you may carry on. Do you think, in what I was saying about the subtext and stuff, do you think that has aged better to prove how much of a fucking dick the guys were?
Yes, but Joe Bloggs, who goes to the cinema, doesn't always see and look for the subtext.
Fair, okay.
But yes, agreed.
Okay.
It's just fucking iconic shit, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a wonderful time was had by me.
Excellent.
Those are my thoughts.
Yes. I'll do mine.
Spicy.
You fucking won't, right?
I think it's one of the all-time greats, if not the great horror film. It comes out every Halloween. That or The Wolfman are one of the sequels. It's just it's got a cool vibe to it. It's completely timeless. I don't know what Microsoft are doing, putting fucking piece of shit Superman on that new indestructible glass archiving format. Put this shit on there first, seriously.
Yeah.
And then Phantom of the Opera if they ever discover it. And it spawned a series of films that just got better as people learnt how to make horror films for the first time.
Yeah.
Which we need to emphasise is that this is the first horror cycle, really.
Yeah.
In terms of an actual movement, because we got horror films before this, but this is the first actual cycle of it.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
Yep.
Great. Willie.
Yeah.
Thought it was shit. Well, I thought it was boring compared to the fucking Kenneth Branagh one.
Oh God. Oh gosh.
Too far, Rob. Too
far.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So considering when it was made as well, you've got some really iconic stuff in there. Obviously, with the It's Alive thing, with burning down a windmill, but considering that, it's just amazing how well advanced it feels as well in terms of the technical side of it.
Yeah.
You could have released this in like the 1950s. I don't think anyone would really tell the difference. You know, it's.
I think they all got a re-release in the late 40s.
Yeah, and they'd fit in really well with what was coming out at that point, because what they were doing then was pretty remarkable, considering they're like, what, about 2-3 years into the talks as well. I mean, that's the only thing you can sort of tell. There's certain actors in there who are really hamming it up because they're either theatre actors who are transitioning in, or the silent actors trying to compensate for the fact that they suddenly have to do something that they weren't told to before. And it's all really good stuff. That's all I can say, really.
Yeah, cool. Do we want to do shovels and scoops?
Let's do it. Why not?
I'll go first.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah.
Fire.
Turds. Even if I try and judge it in 2019, I'm going to have to go with a 1.
Okay, yeah.
I would go with a 0, but bumbling twat mustache just
what
does spoil it a bit, and it's kind of it's lassoed back into what executives wanted from it rather than what it could have completely been. So I think a 1.
Okay, mate.
Popcorns, I'm going to go 7.
Wow. Okay.
Whereas, spoiler alert, Son of Frankenstein is a 10 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Wilson.
Hey.
So you don't copy Rob this time.
Fair enough. Turds, I'll go with a 3, but mainly because A, that Baron can go fuck himself, and B, some of the acting's pretty bad. But from a technical point of view, you really can't fault it whatsoever. as I said earlier on, there's a reason why Frankenstein films still copy this to this day, and not another later version. This is the definitive version of Frankenstein, and I don't think that'll ever change.
No.
Popcorns, I'm gonna have to agree with that 7 because it's entertaining, but it's not a film that I'm gonna go, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this again right away.
Yeah.
I doubt I'll watch this again now for quite a while, and it's just one of those where I admire it more for what it was able to achieve in 1931 than more for being. I was entertained, but it wasn't like, wow, this is so exciting, this is so thrilling.
Yeah.
It was more an admiration.
Yeah.
You do sit back and appreciate it rather than ride with it, but I suppose that's just because there's just no way for us to get into that mindset.
Yeah,
it's impossible in 2019.
It is. Yeah, there's no way you can be scared by anything that's going on there.
It is a historical document.
Yes, absolutely. Rob.
Turds 2. Mainly because of bumbling dad. He just had a bit of the Boris Johnsons about him, and that did bother me a bit. Obviously, there's little issues like, Frankenstein getting clearly snapped into pieces of a windmill and then being alive at the end. But a two mainly for those reasons.
Yeah. Sweet and salties.
I'm going to go for an 8.
Fair.
Because I had a very, very enjoyable time with it. I always do. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I probably would watch it again within the next year or so.
Cool, fair. Have you seen the rest of the series?
I have seen Bride of Frankenstein, and which is another reason for me giving this film 8. So I have somewhere to go with that, because I prefer Bride of Frankenstein.
Well, like I've said, they do just keep getting better.
Yeah.
Crazy. Maybe not so much Abbott and Costello with Frankenstein.
No. There's a line.
There was a bit of a line.
Yeah. So that's my take.
Cool. That wraps up that.
Does indeed.
Who is next in the poo-poo seat?
That'll be me again.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
going back to the normal order for this year, so
absolutely.
So why don't you wake up and smell what you're shoveling, Wilson?
Why don't you smell what you're shoveling?
Why don't you hit us with it?
Well, next time we're going to go with last year's kayfabe.
Protect the territory.
The Banana Splits movie.
Nice.
Out of nowhere with that dude.
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Yeah, I should probably find out what the name of the 1971 film is before we go to airport. Well,
when you told me at the start of the week what I had to watch for this, I just read it and thought, you cunt, what, have they done like a Halloween special in the late 70s or something? Oh, I don't know if I can sit through it. What has that fucking other podcast done to you? Has it softened you so much? You just keep doing weird family films. And then I started watching it, I thought, oh my lord.
That's a paddling.
Oh, that's a cool, so we got that to look forward to.
We do indeed.
So it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye, Dave.
By me. It's goodbye from Rob.
Goodbye, Dave.
And because I don't know what to do with my time on the mic, it's goodbye, Wilson.
That gimmick lasted a while, didn't it?
2 whole weeks.
Ooh,
baby.
Alright. He's got soup, look. He needs to have his soup before it goes cold.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? And he needs to
Dracula.
I need to use his vibrator before it goes cold as well. Right.